Britain's Princess of Wales, Catherine or Kate, completed one of the country's toughest endurance tests.
Well, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has completed an incredible 24-hour hiking challenge.
Close to the couple tells NBC News Harry and Meghan are planning to visit the UK with their 2 children.
Lots of people have asked me why I'm doing this challenge, and partly it's personal.
Kate, the cancer survivor,
that she recently completed Britain's National 3 Peaks Challenge as part of her effort to...
After Kate Middleton announced her cancer diagnosis, a lot of people were curious about what type of cancer the Princess of Wales has.
Kate's first international trip since her cancer recovery, stepping out on her own.
A candid message about the challenging experience of navigating a cancer diagnosis.
It's raising money, but also equally important, just giving people inspiration. Take a look at the Princess of Wales.
Biggest personal battles following her cancer diagnosis last year and her remission.
After undergoing chemotherapy in 2024, she announced she was in remission January 2025.
She'd finished her chemotherapy treatment and was focused on staying cancer-free.
What Kate is so good at. And these moments are at the heart of what she's building.
Sharing a deeply personal message after she climbed the 3 highest mountains in England, Scotland, and Wales.
Catherine didn't have to say a word this week. She just climbed 3 mountains, and the rest of the family answered a question nobody asked out loud. Right now, with less than a week to go before Meghan Markle sets foot back on British soil for the first time in nearly 4 years, the answer is already written. Not in a statement, not in a headline, in who's still here and who's already moved forward without waiting for her. Let's start with Catherine. Over the weekend, the Princess of Wales completed the National 3 Peaks Challenge. Ben Nevis, Scafell Pike, Snowdon, all 3 summited solo, back-to-back, in under 24 hours. She did it for the Royal Marsden, the hospital that treated her own cancer. No entourage on the climb, just her, the mountains, and mountain rescue teams tracking her progress. At the bottom of Snowdon, William was waiting. So were their 3 children. So were her parents. So was her brother James. That's the image the country woke up to. A princess who survived cancer, choosing to test her own body against 3 of Britain's hardest peaks for a hospital that saved her life. CNN covered it. A BBC covered it. CBS covered it. This wasn't a palace press release dressed up as news. This was real, and it landed everywhere.
Literally reaching new heights to raise money for cancer, climbing the UK's 3 highest peaks in 24 hours this weekend.
The Princess of Wales sharing a deeply personal message after she climbed the 3 highest mountains in England.
Lots of people have asked me why I'm doing this challenge, and partly it's personal. I'm so grateful to be here.
Think about the scale of it for a second. 23 miles on foot, over 10,000 feet of total ascent, 462 miles traveled between mountains in a support vehicle because the clock never stopped running. Ben Nevis in Scotland, Scafell Pike in England, Snowdon, Yr in Wales. 3 different countries, 3 mountain ranges, 1 24-hour window. Every step of every climb, alone, with mountain rescue nearby but never carrying her. And this wasn't a stunt. In her own words, posted alongside the challenge, she said this was about exploring life beyond a diagnosis. Not just surviving it, but giving something back to the people still living it.
In particular, to support the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity, an organisation very dear to me, but who do extraordinary work supporting those living with and beyond the disease.
That's not a line written by a palace communications team. That's a woman who spent a year in chemotherapy, choosing to spend her recovery pushing her body up 3 mountains for other cancer patients. Now here's what's happening at the exact same time on the other side of this story. Prince Harry is due in the UK July 7th through the 11th, 5 days. His office confirmed it. The trip is tied to Invictus Games planning, a 1-year-to-go milestone ahead of the 2027 Games in Birmingham. Straightforward enough, except it isn't. Weeks ago, Harry lost his case to get his full taxpayer-funded security reinstated
and may not even come next month because their security bid has been rejected. The nerve of this prince.
Now, just days before he's set to arrive, RAVEC, the UK body that decides royal protection, has reportedly turned down his request for coverage during this visit specifically. His team says he's exploring every available option to bring Meghan and the children safely. Translation. As of right now, whether Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet actually come with him is still an open question. Nobody in his camp is calling it settled. Nobody at the palace is calling it settled either. So picture what that means. Harry is walking back into his own country, not knowing if his wife and kids can safely stand beside him. And while that's unresolved, the rest of the family has already moved on without waiting to find out. Queen Camilla, according to The Times, and corroborated by multiple UK outlets, plans to be nowhere near this visit. She's reportedly staying at Ray Mill, her private home in Wiltshire, for the duration. Sources say she's unlikely to get involved in any meeting between Harry and King Charles. This isn't new tension. This is the same fault line that opened after Spare. Harry's own words about her, on the record, in print. Camilla, by every account, hasn't forgotten them, and she isn't rearranging her life around this visit either. William and Catherine's position is even simpler. Every report circling this visit says the same thing: incredibly unlikely to meet. Not a snub delivered through a spokesperson. Just two people whose lives are already full, moving at their own pace. That's the split screen here. On one side, a woman who spent her weekend testing her own endurance for other cancer patients, surrounded by her husband, her children, her parents, her brother, a life already in motion. On the other, a couple flying toward a country where the Queen is packing for Wiltshire, the Prince and Princess of Wales aren't clearing space in their diary, and even basic police protection is still being fought over in the press. There's also the Wimbledon piece of this, and it matters more than it looks. Catherine has been patron of the All England Club since 2016. Every summer she's been well enough to attend. She's shown up, in the royal box, watching the finals, bringing her children along one by one as they've gotten old enough. If she attends again this year, as expected, it will happen days before Harry and his family are even confirmed to have landed. She's not adjusting her schedule around the Sussexes' visit. Her year was already going to include Wimbledon. It still does. Nobody had to say the family moved on without her. The calendar says it for them. And here's the part that makes this different from every other round of royal tension we've covered. Catherine isn't positioning herself against anyone. She's not responding to Meghan. She's not commenting on the visit at all. She climbed a mountain range for people fighting cancer and let her family greet her at the finish line. That's the whole story on her side. While everyone else's week simply continues, with or without the Sussexes in it. Meghan, meanwhile, is walking into a trip where the biggest open question, whether she can even safely bring her own children, still isn't answered 5 days out. And the family she's flying toward isn't waiting on her answer to keep living their lives. That's not a fight Catherine won. It's a family whose world already kept turning. And Catherine is simply standing exactly where she's always stood, doing the work, showing up for the people who need her, while the rest of the family's plans move ahead regardless of what Meghan decides. Whether Meghan actually makes it onto that plane with Archie and Lilibet is still genuinely unknown. What isn't unknown is that nobody's calendar is waiting to find out. Not Camilla's, not William's, not Catherine's. Each of them is exactly where they'd already planned to be, doing exactly what they'd already planned to do. And that, more than any statement or snub, is the loudest signal this family has sent all year. Subscribe to Royal Archives for more, because by July 11th, we'll know exactly how this played out. And given how much of the family has already moved forward without her, don't expect her return to change much.